Hi, this is Mia. It's Monday morning, 11 o'clock, after the day or the time change, and I am at home for the first time in days. And I was like, oh my gosh, I worked some double shifts, triple shifts. My clinic hasn't been making money. It hasn't made money at all, and I'm had some double shifts or a double shift on Tuesday, I think, after having gotten all of these hours added on to my weekend job. And um I tried to do the math in my head. I was like, oh my gosh, I think this is only going to be $1,000 for 2 weeks. This is not even like okay, every dollar counts, but it's not really what I'm looking for as far as I don't know the word I'm looking for. um Employment. It's not paying my cost of living, is what I'm saying. I gotta come up with like 2,000 for my credit card. It's due on today's 11th. It's due on the 13th. I'm really like paranoid about that. But I had to ask my daughter to pay for some of it. And if my income is so low, why? And I'm a physician, billing insurance. They hadn't paid me since December. Why am I having such high rent and subsidized? Why did they say that I didn't qualify for Medicaid? Why did they say I didn't qualify for food stamps? Now, I don't want to be a mooch. I have applied for every freaking job. I didn't care if it's like trash man, freaking janitor, restaurant, ground maintenance, like medical jobs, front desk, office. And it got to the point where I applied for jobs that are places that are open 24 hours a day. And it's like, um, I have a tissue. It's like so hard. And it's like, then you work a week where you're covering, like I covered people this week, and you end up like getting a few extra bucks one week, and you're totally like $3,000-4,000 on credit card bill just to pay for the heat. And the it's winter, the heat, electricity's higher, and food for your family of three and their pets, which they were supposed to be working and helping pay for their own animals, which they're not doing. And it's like then you get a couple dollars, you can try to pay your credit card bill, and then if you try to apply for food stamps or something because you don't want to neglect your kids and be a child abuser because you can't afford food, and you work during the time the food bank is open or the food pantry, and then you would go to jail for child abuse because you worked so much that you couldn't afford food because your income was $3 higher than the limit for getting food stamps, and your neighbors are over here buying $10,000 worth of furniture 3 times a year, $2,000 worth of remodel of their house they don't even own, and they're sitting there with all their fridge and freezers and their Costco freezer full of crap, or they're obese, and they wonder why you and your kids are so skinny, and they're sitting on the couch watching TV and playing. Everyone has their own tablet and iPhone, and it's like the state comes to their house like, oh, your house is nice. Look at all the matching furniture. Look at the nice TV. Oh, you have this video game system. Oh, you have only kids' toys you have is a freaking tablet. And they're like, wow, your house is nice. Everyone else is trash. And then it's like, they come in my freaking tube TV house with the mismatched furniture that we got free that some people hauled over on a freaking truck or threw out of their van and carried it to my house, so I can't even freaking afford to like even buy like a futon like and put it together and like actually sleep on something that's not a 1950 Montgomery Ward bed. I'm like in such a bad mood. I'm like so tired. Anyways, I got my tissues out of my coat pocket. Um, what all this stuff is. So I was praying, I was meditating. I couldn't sleep some of the nights this week. Um, I had to open the Pizza Hut, and I had never ever done it before, ever. And the one time one time I was supposed to do that, try to learn, the supervisor came early, like half an hour early, so we set everything up already, so I never got to hands on. Same when I closed, they never learned how to do it. So I made mistakes, and then they yell at you for making mistakes, but you never did it, and they say they're going to trade you, but then they say, oh, it costs us too much money to have you come in for 2 extra hours to train you, so we're going to cancel your schedule and not let you work. So then you don't get trained, literally. You are sitting there not trained, and then they're expecting you to do a fantastic job, and then the boss and the boss's boss call you and wonder why you suck because you're winging it, man. It's like, I'm a business owner, and I look up rules on how to do stuff, and I learned what my rules are, but I learned the legal rules, and I learned how to use my equipment and all this stuff. And as my own boss, I can not get paid, and I wish I was, and do this stuff. And I have a teddy bear to hold my teddy bear, and do the thing right, even if I don't get paid, which I should be getting paid. But when I work for someone else, if you didn't train me, then I have no clue what I'm doing. There's no way to look it up. In fact, I had to look something up online before work. I didn't know how to do this thing for the machine, for the fire machine. I had no clue how to do it. Um, I had an idea, but I had no clue because I'd never done it before, and I was really scared. Um, I don't want to mess up anything or get hurt, or have someone else get hurt. So I was praying and meditating today, and God was just like, dude, like, stop. Don't make any big decisions. Like, don't make any like just don't make any like you're hungry, angry, lonely, tired. Your goal today is to get to a meeting. The meeting I had to leave in 25 minutes to get there. I got this package, so we're gonna do the package. Why is it so dark in here? But I think like everything dumped on me just now. Like I got off the phone, I'm trying to get this Washington State license. Like, why did I even do it? I just forget it, you know. But if I can't work in Oregon, then I gotta do something, you know. I gotta try something, whether it's Idaho, California. If I have to move to freaking Colorado, whatever it is, whatever it takes, I can't. I for the one of the first times I noticed yesterday, I was with Fred Meyer in Raleigh Hills, and there was a guy sitting on the um. I was looking for my phone kept going dead, and I was needing my phone to work because you have to do your time punches on the phone and your questions and see your event and all this stuff. And my phone kept dying, and I was trying to like go to the car. It was like 50%. I went to charge it, and then when I got out of the car like 10 minutes later, it was 22%. I'm like, and then I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot to charge my charger, so I got to do that now. And these things, and I totally like was sitting in the cafeteria or the deli area, and I was like, oh, there's no plugs. The other friend of mine, there's only one plug that works, which is kind of lame, but whatever. And there was plugs where they plug in electric chairs. I almost went over there to stand for a few minutes, and I was like, I was just like, chill the heck out, dude. Like, um, you're just gonna, your phone's gonna die. No one will be able to get hold of you. I tried to call my daughter. My phone died. And then I tried to text her through this. I had to try it. My phone was frozen. So I was using, well, she was still at work. So, and I didn't have any batteries. I had to message her through this. And then I didn't hear any dings. So I missed the response. It was a mess. It's like you're at work. It's not like you have a desk where you could set up your stuff and have a computer. It's like you're remote. I'm living out of this freaking backpack, dude. And so God was telling me this morning and yesterday, the day before, just chill the heck out. You are getting more and more exhausted, more tired as your weeks are going on without a break. Like, yeah, when you're home, like Valentine's Day weekend was such a dud. It was just like now that you're home today, it's like all my emotion for the past 2 weeks has just exploded. because you haven't seen many videos of me, but you also haven't seen me freaking out and crying. And I know when I come home, I notice when I have the laptop. I don't think this is plugged charged all the way. Oh, yeah, that's charged. I don't need that one. I noticed when I had the lab job that I had to come home my 3 days off and pray because I was being physically attacked and gaslight. Um, I had to physically just pray and physically for my holistic health and for myself not getting killed. People talk about, like, oh yeah, someone's not gonna kill you over something. Oh, have you looked in the news ever? We had a patient, for birthing, and they had some stress with their pregnancy because um, they had a workplace shooting, and it was somebody's ex coming in all mad, shooting up the place, and they had to hide underneath their desk to keep from being killed or shot. And it's like, you know, somebody gets mad and they already physically harmed me. I had to come home and freaking deal with that situation at hand. That's what it was. That's what it was, man. That's literally what it was. I need scissors, tape, and a pen. I was eating kale again, so I can't believe, like, I've felt like I've had everybody's been sucking my energy, and it's like I've been having a really, really big struggle, and I hadn't, I've been having a huge struggle, and I'm always bending over for other people and doing all the stuff for other people, and once I put the other tape there it is. Once in a while I ask for help from somebody, from some people, and they totally like ignore me. Or I don't ask for help with somebody, like this new sponsor is like, oh yeah, contact me, this and that, and they're trying to tell me go to all these 6:30 a.m. meetings and Sunday meetings. Like, dude, I'm working all night. I'm not going to bed till like 2, 3 a.m. It's like, there's guys that would stay up all night. Maybe that's could stay up all night and end your night that way, but it's like I gotta get back up at 7. Like, oh well, I could just wake up 45 minutes earlier with my clothes on, like a birth. But it's like, it seems like that I need that extra 45 minutes. If I'm only getting 4 hours of sleep, I need that extra 45 minutes of veg out time. Because my daughter gets up early and makes a lot of noise. This is my day off, and God's telling me, you need to rest. Don't worry about anything. Like, you get to that freaking meeting, God's like, you don't worry about anything, anybody. Like, I told my kids, like, it's too late for me to get to school. Like, just go in late. Like, I can't go late. I'm a good student. I'm like, well, partly because of me. It's like, just show up late. I don't care. But what I had done, I would have sat there and worried that my kids crossing the major street and crossing over a freeway to get to school, So I felt like God was telling me today to just chill the heck out. So this is a package. I thought it was already sealed. This sold last week, and it's the Masters of the Universe. I had some more stuff with that, and I was trying to go through the house finding stuff. So I'm just gonna enjoy my day. I just had a meltdown because I don't know if I'm gonna get my Washington State license for being a naturopath because of my background check. I thought they were just waiting for somebody to process the actual, here's some more Masters of the Universe for sale on my eBay. Orange Fuzzy 2012 is my name. So I'm just gonna enjoy the day, and I felt again like I didn't feel this way a minute ago. Um, you know what? If I can leave before 11:30, I can take this to the post office right away. Um, I need to focus on getting. So as a Christian, I'm asking God to guide me to do the work of heaven on earth, and that my time on earth is short, and that I have the hands of Jesus, the hands of God, the Holy Spirit, and I'm supposed to be helping other people all the time, and everybody else around me doesn't help others unless they can benefit, and they just receive. Like, my patient yelled at me because I wouldn't fill out paperwork. I'm like, I've been working around the clock for 13 days in a row. I can't do it. Like, but you're the only one who can do it. It's like, you have three almost adult children, or two adult children, another adult children, another two children that can read and write. Like, who cares? Go to the office or who sent these papers and sit there and tell them your personal information. They already have it in the computer anyway. All they need is your check stub. And I just am not getting paid for it. I'm making photocopies. I'm doing all this stuff. And I'm just like, let me make sure they spell their name the way that's standard. Hold on. And I'm just like, fine, I'll do it. And I see other people being like super selfish, super needy, super lying about their income so they could get a lot of free stuff. They get all this free stuff and they're like, I don't need this crap. I don't need any of it. So they're giving me their free junk that I don't need and they don't need. And they should have like actually just left it for someone who actually needs it. So God just told me yesterday, the day before, I was pretty much silent, silencio, and I I felt like God was like, dude, it's okay, just um hold on. I had to focus on this. He was like, just be still. You're hungry, you're lonely, tired, you're overwhelmed, you're overworked, underpaid, and you're struggling with your loved ones and cleaning, and we never got rid of the mattresses, and I'm sitting here like, oh my god, I'm spending too much money. Like, look into your cart. You're getting a basket of crap that costs $75. We're out of forks. We're eating plastic forks. I should have just bought more plastic forks, but it's like I bought $20 worth of silverware because all of our forks are gone. I have a bag of forks over here, so we're gonna list those on eBay to pay for the other. I was gonna spend $6. They had these $2 forks that were this long. We have little bowls, and the silver we have is already top heavy. So I figure, I go, why don't I actually use the forks that I got at the thrift store that cost like 40 cents each, and why don't I put those in the cabinet instead of trying to sell them and deal with all the cost and the shipping? And I'm like, you know what? Just stick them online and sell them. If you spent 40 cents on it and somebody spent, or you spent 60 cents on it and somebody pays a buck 50 for it plus shipping, fine. Who cares? I mean, if you're gonna sell it for 50 cents, then, but as long as they pay shipping, it's fine. But I said, you know what? Put all the other silver somewhere. Instead of paying $6.99 for it, I think it was four regular forks, four spoons, and four knives. I said, instead of paying the $7 for that, why not spend $20 to get four salad forks, four regular forks, dinner forks, four knives, four dinner spoons, and four teaspoons. That we're missing all of the soup spoons I got at Walmart, which I can go back and get soup spoons because we're looking for. I had three soup spoons; they all disappeared probably in my kids' room. So that's the goal. God said, just rest today. You're gonna be home till tomorrow until what, 7? Let's see what time. I don't even know what time. I'm just checking in, so I'm going all over the place with what's going on. So I'll say, please enjoy the temporary tats. Let's see if I can find it. So I contacted my best friend from work the other day from the Midwest. Today's what? The 11th? I don't think I even have that scheduled. So I'm starting to go back to doing single pictures instead of double. So, oh, today's Monday. 7:30 to 0:30. Thank God. It's like they shrink my hours. I'm like, thank God, but I'm still like, who else is coming in at 7? Oh, my cook's not coming in at 7? What the heck? Oh, we'll both be there at 7. I think there's gonna be another cook. That guy might not be cooking. Why are we both going at 7 tomorrow, man? It should be ready for revenue. 9 to 8. My boss gave me 9 to 8. What the heck? Oh, that's inventory. Okay. And then Wednesday 6, Thursday 6:30. Oh, I see myself off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off this job. So 7:30 tomorrow and 7 next week. So I gotta put that on my calendar for the kids. God help me. Hand of God, that I need compensation. I had, I think it was I doing a recording. Was I just saying it now? So the first time I got treated differently, due to being black people, hierarchy people. That's not the word really, but they like put people above people. So there's a guy nodding off, not nodding off on a table at the Raleigh Hill store, and I looked at him. He had a coffee cup, another coffee cup. He had a bag, something, I don't know, some food stuff, maybe something to read. And he was sitting there, and this guy kept getting up to him, patting him, and says, "You can't sleep here." Like at first, he was patting him, and I go, "Oh, is this that guy's buddy? Maybe he came to meet him, and then he sees something." And this guy, he didn't look dirty, but he had more like straight hair, but was all threaded and big, and he kept scratching his head, and he just had like a what do you call it? Flat affect, like just a neutral face, maybe a little bit sad, and the guy kept patting him, and I thought, oh, is this guy going to buy him a coffee? That's what I thought at first. And then at the end, at like 10 minutes later, the guy gets up, and I said, yeah, he has the Boar's Head logo on his hat. And I go, oh, he's working in the cheese department at the grocery store. And I was like, what is he? Is he a manager? Is he the store director? He's not dressed in a button-up collared shirt. And it was like, I was like, oh, this guy works in the store. I didn't recognize that at first. I thought he was going to give him something. This guy works in the store, and he is trying to get this guy to not sleep in the store. And even though this guy had 2 cups of coffee that he had someone or himself buy, and I I thought to myself, you know, whatever. There's plenty of empty seats when I sat down. I think there was him and another guy behind me, and then the lady sat facing me. I'm like, why are we all facing each other? Like, weird. There's nothing else in here. I'll stick this in there. What I think I'm gonna do, or I know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna seal the other edge so it doesn't bounce. So I cut a piece of the back of one of my notebook things, and like I'm like, oh shoot, it wasn't the right size. I'm like, oops. So I bought like, what was it, 11 or more dollars worth of the tape refill dispensers. I didn't even check my office in a bag. I bought must have been at least $12. I bought some like 10 years ago, like literally like such a long time ago. And I haven't really got, I buy the Scotch tape in the plastic disposable dispensers, but I had got this out of a free pile when I was homeless. It was with a bunch of clothes, and I had this. I actually had a Rolodex. All right, so our doctor's going out of town for about 10 days. I just need to learn to enjoy life, like literally, just enjoy life and just be who, like, I got to the point where my language and everything disappeared, and I realized that I am very, very, um, I am very visual. I might not be visual. I might just be saying that just to make small talk. I feel like I'm a visual person, and I'm like, I was watching this video about this couple, and the guy was from Eastern Europe slash, his dad, one of his parents was Ukrainian, and I had watched this guy, and they had said, "Oh, do you wish you could express yourself in your native language?" And to your wife, and he had said, you know, most of 99, 99, 95% of the time he can express himself, but there's a few times where he's not able to. And I said, or the wife said, "Oh, you um get tired sometimes at night, or just tired and then tired to express yourself a little bit." I understood that, you know, and if I'm really like the other day, I was hanging out and I did something, and then I was just got like silent. Like the person was like, "Are you okay?" And I just thought like, so it was like my 12th day of working in a row, and 2 days, 3 days prior to that, no, a few days prior to that, I slept double shift. And one job was super active and super like a lot of work, and the other job is like kind of active, but it gets boring. But then the combination, you're so exhausted from the busy job, it's hard to have a ton of enthusiasm for the other job. And the other job, I had a lot of enthusiasm when I started, but we had issues and things that needed to be fixed and addressed, and the workers did not address it. Okay, so I had to leave. The workers did not address it. I'm gonna take a shower, God. I'm just gonna put yesterday's date on it because that's when I printed. I printed one label yesterday and one label. I'm gonna say on the side here, USPS in person. USPS in person. 3/11/19. I'll say PM Malt Station. It's taking longer. I thought I could have gone out. Like if I was already up because of my daughter, I could have done this. But I don't even think that I weighed in until make sure that's the right book. Synoptic Key of the Materia Medica by Boger. Okay, that's right. I could have just gone straight to the post office and one of the first people in line. I had to wait afternoon line after a weekend. You know, it's Monday. But I felt sorry for this guy because he wasn't bothering anybody. And I don't know the situation. I don't know the store rules. I don't see a sign that says no sleeping, no loitering. It's pretty much a public place. There's bathrooms. There's food. Looks like he had multiple purchases. He's a customer there. People sit there, use Wi-Fi. People sit there. When I was there, when I was in another store, if I could get my favorite spot. It's not. It faces the wall. That's the only thing. I don't like my back to everybody, but you can do your charging. If there's something there, then you pretty much are out of luck with the charging, like charging your phone. So I need my stuff for work, and then I'm on freaking my own data, and I'm freaking getting paid. Sometimes they don't always pay you 17 cents a day to use this. Several times I rate. My 17 cents a day isn't gonna pay any portion of like data, and they're not going to be able to recover data if I go over my limit for the month. If you're on the app for $6 a day, and depending on what you're doing data. If your store Wi-Fi doesn't work, my phone is really old and it doesn't work, so they should just supply us with more or help give us a credit to upgrade our phone. They told us if you didn't have a mobile device that you wouldn't be able to work. Technically, I should probably think about that for my taxes. I don't know. Thank you for your order. I'll say thank you very much. So I took a shower Saturday night, and today's Monday. Please enjoy the book, : So my doctor's going out of town. I told him not to put this thing in the note. It's too much information, and I'm gonna also have to be emailing it, and it just sucks. Do you ever have it where you work so much and you take care of everybody, you take care of your pets, and your house is disaster, your life is disaster, your hair is disaster, your car's trashed inside? Like, I recently cleaned it, but you see me clean things, it's not detailed cleaning. It's not gotten to, it's like brief decluttering. Like, even if it takes me 3 hours, it doesn't look like I did anything. If somebody were to see, unless they saw the before. I love cleaning and decluttering. I love washing stuff. I love cleanliness, and I'm feeling like life is just hard. And the biggest thing I heard in the meetings I go to with older people, they don't seem to have any problems with money, and they don't seem to have any problems with a lot of stuff. And I'm trying to weigh this out. Let's pull out a little bit of the cup here. Let's put out a little bit of bubble wrap, just because it's gonna be banging back and forth, and I don't want to put it like unread. Where is my big wad of? Now at this point, I'm like, what is that? How big I have time to take a shower? I really don't have time. And bubble wrap is So I just want to take a me day, like Valentine's Day. I think that maybe the guy was just like, fine, sure, just do something on myself. Went to dinner, went to a massage, hung out with his friend, and I could have, like, my friends to just tell him to meet you somewhere and tell him to meet you somewhere. I didn't do that because I was too scared, because I already got in a fight or argument about everything with somebody new. I didn't want to it's like, this is probably not a good thing. I told myself, especially with dating, but in general, to communicate better. And so I'm like speaking what's on my mind, and this guy at work is like, dude, you talk too much about stuff. Be mysterious. Be mysterious. And so I'm like, there's a $12 price tag on this. Should I keep it like that? Just keep it like that. I almost feel like opening it up and like totally taking that price tag off, but to tell you the truth, I don't. It is what it is. They got it last time it was, and this isn't really a red book. I don't have any. I gotta go. It's 31, so I'm just gonna jump in the shower. I ate like salt the other day. Like, literally just ate salt. So I was at work all day. I was like so hungry, and I had like a few almonds. And then I was like out of almonds. Like I had a salt crusher thing. One of those. And so like one of the new workers at work was standing near me, and so I just kept like, I was like so like hungry, like, so of course I probably gained weight from all that, and then. Alright, so I'm not even gonna take these in the car. That's the thing right now. I'm not even gonna take these in the car. Alright, so this is gonna go. Everything is on the right. This is going to Santa Monica, California, Unit 3. And it's the right thing. A book that's 1 to 6. Okay. Double check before I seal it if I don't want to have to waste the envelope by trying to open that mug up. And then I'll stick some tape on it. I have a few of the sticky labels, and sometimes you can do that and get the this receipt on it. It seems like, I don't know, those are expensive. Those are like $1 each or something, 70 cents each. The ones I have. The one guy says, don't use non-USPS labels or non-USPS stuff, and then he shows his labels, and they're all UPS labels that he's using for USPS. He's like, oh, I called and asked. They said they don't care. They said it's okay, and they sent me like hundreds of those labels. I was like, what? My thing is just use UPS for UPS and USPS for USPS, and then anything else private, I handle. Grocery store or Target packaging materials. They have the opportunity to go in here and say, inspect this and say, is it really a book? So I put the bubble wrap in there because the book is not the size of the envelope, so it's going to be going back and forth. So we want to try to protect the corners, so I do have another piece of bubble wrap. So stick that here. I'm going to turn this off in a minute. And I gotta run in and brush my teeth. And recycling is now inside the hallway instead of in my room. I don't know. I've been putting bags. I've been not having bags. I must not have been going shopping. So underwear. I don't have paper bags laying around. I have a couple downstairs, but not as much as I used to. Underwear, tank top. Alright, so let's see if I can find a matching pair of clean socks. Here's some thick ones. Thick ones, I could wear my other shoes that have a wide leg. Actually, here's some. These are like, I have not had these in so long. So I'm going through stuff and cleaning out stuff. I don't have any pants. What is up with me? Alright, so let's switch out the charger. Turn the ringer off, get that ready. So as soon as I get out of the shower, I'm pretty much not going to put makeup on. I might put a little bit. I'm pretty much going to put deodorant on and go. So I kind of just freaked out. I think part of it was the Washington State medical license not being certain that if they didn't say they're actually going to send it, they're still reviewing it. Here's another USPS receipt. And so now I'm really paranoid about my background check because it's like how much information you give about something that you don't know anything about that happened in '98. This January of '98. It was January. So I need pants. I'm gonna go turn the water on and grab some. I'm gonna go try to wash everything here. Pants and one shirt. Pants and a warm shirt. Those were my Extreme Sparkle ones. I didn't really have time to just read. What I do, I just grab whatever I can find. So I have the Extreme Sparkle. This lady at the Goodwill was like, "Oh, these will look good on you. You should get those." And it took me like 4 or 5 years to hem them, and they did a horrible job. I didn't want to cut them. I was like, maybe I should sell them. You try to talk to kids. No, you can't sell them. They're good. And then a polka dot shirt that's inside out. So it was like completely like feeling like I was having this meltdown just now. It's like really embarrassing because it's like I want to be like normal, and when life catches up to me in thought, when I actually have a day that I'm not rushing off to a job or trying to get the kids somewhere when I should be sleeping, and then trying to give everybody food and not feeding myself, and the animals are crying and dumping over their dishes and screaming at me. And it's just like, well, I said I was going to do the work of God, and so you don't know it's God's plan, and so that's where I am with that. Peace, guys. Gotta go.